Well, that's right, on Parramatta. So Friday night's Battle of the West blockbuster in Penrith, with Nathan Cleary out now with a big question mark over that Game 3, has suddenly become an Origin audition for Mitch Moses.
Oh, yeah, you'd like to think so. I think if I wasn't ready by now, I'd be kidding myself, I guess. So, mate, like I said, it's completely up to Freddie and where he goes and what direction he wants to go there, I guess. And he obviously coached me in that World Cup side, so when I was playing for Lebanon, and I got along with him really well. I loved playing underneath him. He was massive for my game back then. So, yeah, that's about it. He's a good operator, and you know what he's done with the Blues this year has been. You can see the footy that they're playing is unbelievable. They're all on the same page, and potentially be a part of that stuff would be, you know, it would be a dream come true. But mate, my focus is on Parramatta at the moment.
Mitch Moses, that is a fair pitch up for Freddie. Given that they have that history there for Lebanon, Mitch Moses is in the top 4-point scorers for the year. And I guess what we've seen him do for Parramatta, he's been able to put that polish on that premiership campaign finally in 2021. Under Brad Arthur, he's shown that maturity, that growth. You mentioned decision-making under pressure. Mitch Moses now does that more comfortably, and he's been able to team up a little bit more solidly with Clint Gutherson. His captain has given him a fair confidence. Would you put Ray Hadley, Mitch Moses into the Blues?
I know Freddie's mindset here. Luai will go to half, Wighton to 5/8. And as well as Mitch, I've called a couple of games recently involving Mitch, and he's in great form, really, really good form. But Freddie will stick with what he's got. And he'll go with the 5/8 at half, and he'll go with Jack, who's come off the bench at 5/8, I'm sure.
Yeah, without knowing, I tend to think the same way. I tend to think that given Wighton's been there through the campaign first 2 games and has performed admirably when he's got on the field, I think there'll be a loyalty there, which Bradford has really tried to develop that within the squad. So there'll be a loyalty there, next man up, to your point earlier about what's been happening in club football. Wighton in, Luai to halfback, and off they go. And there's no doubt they've been doing those combinations at training anyway, in case there was an unforeseen incident like an HIA or something like that. So Wighton is the easiest fit.
Mitch Moses, you wouldn't have him in a sky blue?
Oh, no, I agree totally with what you said there. Like, these 2 guys are in the squad at the moment. If you were going to go from outside the squad to bring a halfback in, I would go Adam Reynolds. I think next to Cleary, he's got the next best kicking game in the competition, but I think Luai's earned his chance to do what he needs to do.
And if you looked at an Adam Reynolds, he's got that relationship with Damien Cook, with Latrell Mitchell, with Cameron Murray, so there is already that great understanding and that dynamic from South that they bring. Would you possibly make a case for Cody Walker to come in beside Jerome Luai?
Not really. You've got a 5/8. You put Luai in there. Look, if he's going to do that, you go someone like Reynolds, who does have that club combination, which has been so successful for New South Wales already through the Penrith fraternity. I don't know. I tend to think, look, Bradford has got great raps on Mitch Moses. He really, and Mitch Moses has been terrific for most of the year. They put a lot of work into him over the summer to calm him down. He had this knack that whenever there was a mistake on the field, he had a blow up in him, which unsettled his teammates. And they've been very good this season. He's been very good at keeping that under control. Has been. Yeah, recently a couple of times.
Hang on a sec. Well, backtrack a bit. Clint Gutherson, hello.
He probably fell off the wagon a little bit in recent times, but he did show he's capable of doing it. Certainly, if he played for New South Wales, he'd have to have that in check. But look, he can do it.
I think Freddie said last night in his interview on the show too. How many was it? 3 times there's been a clean sweep in State of Origin, and so they've got their chance, their shot at history now. Who will pick the bloke that he thinks can go in and do the best job, whoever that may be? You tend to think that it's the guys in the squad, but I think you're not just handing out a jumper because you think he might deserve it. You're handing out the jumper to the guy you think will do the best job.
Well, someone tell me that they haven't had a clean sweep the Blues since 2000. I mean, 21 years. I mean, it's a long time. And
there's only been a couple, though. It's not like even what we call the dark days down here, Bonnie, which was the 8 in a row.
You wouldn't be able to
11 out of 12.
Unfortunately.
But even during that time, I don't think there was only one clean sweep in that whole period, which. Would surprise most Blues fans because it certainly felt like there were more.
The old dark ages.